Hello everyone, I'm back. Um, been a bit busy, so apologize if there was no videos or things like that. It's still going to be an art channel, but I have to find where I put some of my artwork from my art classes. I'm on like a bit of hiatus from art classes a bit, so I'm going to learn on my own, which is helping, but I have to get into the habit of doing it myself. Sometimes I'm a little tired from work to sketch or things like that, or on my days off I just want to sleep straight because it's gotten a bit hectic at work. But the nagging in the back of my mind is just bothering me. It's like, hey, you need to practice. So it's been helping a bit. So anyway, I decided last summer to go back to cosplay. I went to Keystone for the first time, Keystone Comic Con here in Philly, which is a new Comic Con specifically for Philadelphia area. Not bad. I actually enjoyed it. I'm going back this year. The cosplay I made didn't resemble the character I was supposed to, but I was either mistaken for an elf. Once or twice I was mistaken for Loki. The color scheme was similar to his. But anyway, this year I am going to new cons. The one at Oaks, PA called the Great Philadelphia Con, and which is when I'm working because I'm going to cosplay one day. I'm not sure if I'm going the whole week, just the whole weekend, or just go on a Saturday. So with this one, I'm going as Joseph Michael Linnesters. Dawn. She's a I don't want to say popular, but she should be well known if you follow his arts. Follow him, you'll know what she looks like. So I'm working. One of my favorite pictures from her is the one she has Lucifer's halo, and she like spray paint against the wall. So here's Lucifer's halo right here. I made some altercations. I think one of the things people need to be okay with is if you need to make some altercations towards a cosplay for a variety of reasons, it's okay. If people bite your head off hard, they could just go suck a lemon. Anyway, this is Lucifer's halo. Lucifer's halo had lightning bolts, but it also went through. I thought about it at first, but then I remember if I'm gripping it or someone bumps into me and things like that, that could break. So what I did to make this halo is the floral craft, and that's a bus. The floral craft hoops you find. This one's a 10-inch. And next time I remake this, I need to find a smaller one. I used black warbler. I had some left. I have to go get some more, which I need to remind myself to do. And black warbler is easy to use. Like I have an embossing gun, so you don't really need a heat gun. There's ways to heat it up, but I use an embossing gun. And it doesn't have enough tack to it. So be mindful if you worked with warbler or haven't worked with warbler. Black warbler will be okay for like a beginner level, but be mindful of the tack. There's not enough strong tack like how warbler original art has. And it's also smoother, so you don't really have to file it down like gesso or file it. With warbler original art, some people can put on a base like wood glue or even Mod Podge and don't have to file it down. I said file it down. Well, sanding and filing is the same thing to me. Whatever. So I did that. I made little cuts to put the lightning bolts in. They may not look like it, but I tried my best with the amount of warbler I had. And I painted from some paint my Jobs version of paint, which is not high quality, but it'll do. So I made those two: one, get a smaller hoop; two, better quality paint; three, more warbler to even it out. But it came out nice. It's like gives you the nice little coloration. I'm gonna probably acrylic seal it with Krylon if I don't want to use Mod Podge. For some reason, Mod Podge gloss is in the size I need is out. I have satin, but I'll save that for later. But yeah, so there's that. So the other part of Dawn's costume is she has gloves, like a leontor type top, which I'm not going to make at this point. I can easily find a shirt and dock it. I can sew a little bit, but I need to learn to sew better. And oops, sorry. And yeah. So the gloves, I'm using this material. The material I'm showing is from off from Fleischmann. I got them at different periods. Excuse me. Didn't need to do a little burp. This is like I'd say spandex cotton mix. If I can open it. It's very stretchy, like the stretchy. Gotta say this was good for gloves, and also you make it a bodysuit, which is awesome. The guy was nice, but he was a little snippy. Sometimes I wish when people have to go on lunch, they just say, "Hey, I have to go on lunch. Sorry, I cannot help you right now." I'm not one of those customers. I work in retail. I can understand that. But yeah, the nice lady told me this was about 3/4 inch. It was like a big roll. I think it was a long roll, but there was some already pre-cut, and she gave me this nice amount. Mind you, this is not the whole thing out for $9. So that's awesome. Sorry, stretch my legs a little bit. That's awesome. Sorry, something just fell behind me. This one I made Catwoman's. Both of these here are 4-way stretch fabrics. This one I believe is a pleather. It has a little thing here. I made Catwoman's avatar mask, which is my favorite mask for Catwoman. Don't ask why. I love it because it has some nice insulation, things like that. I forgot how much I got this because this was Halloween, I think about 2015, 2016. So I'm going to reuse this to make it, but I also need to probably get me some more of this. This is also another 4-way stretch. I got this last year. When I went to Keystone. It worked on the costume. I don't have the costume anymore because I was very embarrassed. Con crunch is not a fun thing. Plan ahead, please. But I love the texture, and I want to use this for the shoulder pads of Melina for MK X costume. I got like I got the main fabric for it, which I'll show later, which is like a satin one. But when it gets time for me to start doing it, I will make videos so y'all have an idea. But this is a very light one. It's a 4-way fabric. I need to bring this with me to Fleischmann next time to see if they have this again, because I like the texture of it. So yeah, so there's those. So what took me a while to even start this is I was trashing my room for that, and it fell behind my bed. I'm shameful. So for the gloves, tracing paper 9x14. I'm gonna put 2 of them together. This is a lifesaver. This is a rotary cutter. Love it. This is easy. For some reason, you don't have to put much pressure on it compared to like sometimes an X-Acto knife. I got white thread. Invisible thread is a hit or miss. The one I had was when you sew it a little too much, like too much near each other, it gives you a weird itchy scratch vibe, so I don't like it. Then the paint have the Jacquard Lumiere and turquoise. These Lumieres are like little pearlescent type colors. There was no teals. This I'm gonna have to make do. Also, this is the metallic silver. I gotta make sure to get parchment or at least wax paper once I find out the heat setting for it. If anyone has an idea for the heat setting for this on an iron, let me know, because it's only 30 seconds on both sides. But yeah, this is what I'm doing. I will by at least not tomorrow, but the next 2 days after that. Give some video updates about where I'm at with this, with the gloves and the choker. And I will talk to y'all soon. Feel free to say hi. Bye.